Hello, Potato. Well, we've made it through another week, and it's time for a quick little weekend magic. Just a quick one this week, at least I'm thinking at this point. Starting, it'll be quick because we only have a few little items to look at. So it is almost June as I'm recording this, about a week off now from June, which means it's almost time for Pride Month. And as Disney has done for the last few years, there is a new collection of rainbow items, or the Rainbow Collection. They don't actually call it the Pride Collection, but they have, at least starting last year, do specifically mention it is for Pride. It's for LGBTQIA+. I think that's the current one. Anyways, they do actually acknowledge it is for Pride, even though they still call it the Rainbow Collection. Indeed, you can even go to the website rainbowdisneycollection.com, and I guess all the stuff is displayed there, or just go to Shop. It probably just links back to Shop Disney. I haven't checked. But I do tend to get a couple things, usually a pin. Last couple years I did buy the Mickey and Minnie plushes, and they had new ones of those this year, but I didn't buy them because the ones that we have from the last couple years kind of match with the Minnie Mouse Main Attraction and Mickey Mouse Memories collections, so, no reason to necessarily buy any more of those. And there's always pins, and there's clothes, and there's ears. And this year, for the first time, there was a key. No, not a key, a key. And here it is, the Rainbow Disney Collection Key to Imagination key. We have, of course, your standard Disney key with the castle teeth and the big D in the lovely rainbow colors. And for some reason, Mickey is running across the handle of it. I don't know why. Do you know why he's there? I don't. It doesn't matter. It's still cute. And it, of course, is the latest of the keys for the key collection of, another, 10 coming out. There's, Marvel ones, Cruella. Is there one other? I'm forgetting one. I think I'm forgetting one. But, oh well. I'm sure whatever it is, I will end up getting it. It's a nice little key, just your standard one. And of course, since it is not a giveaway, it does come in a box. One of these days I'll have to figure out what to do with these boxes. I believe this actually came out, I think, shortly before Star Wars Day, like the 1st maybe? It arrived in the middle of my Star Wars stuff. But I want to say it was $12.99, not the $14.99 that the Star Wars key was. But yeah, it's a nice key. And aside from that, we got a couple other Rainbow Collection items. Next up, we have the pin. I gotta get the pin. That's kind of what I usually end up getting. Is usually just last year was a nice little set. I think it was like a 4-pack of pins. But this year, we had just kind of a Mickey, Minnie, and Goofy pin. Does it signify anything? I don't know. The Mickey and the Minnie seem like they're almost more of the older style drawings on them. They don't look as much like the current one to me. They look like the older versions. We have them got a rainbow in the background. I got the sort of the pin on pin thing going on here. Mickey, Minnie, and Goofy are kind of glued on to the rainbow backing. It's a single back. It was $12.99. I want to say when I was at the Disney Store last week, they have them in stock there still. I think they had all of them. They had a few different ones this year. They had this. They had a Pixar one, just like the Pixar ball, the Marvel logo. And those didn't really do much for me. I mean, they're cute and they're cool. But just like, they have that Rainbow Pride Deadpool that I'm probably not going to be getting. It's just, it is rainbow capitalism. Yes, I've seen people criticize for that. But at the same point, if you're going to complain about rainbow capitalism, well, they're stores. What else are they supposed to do? They're there to sell you things. So naturally, the way that Disney or Bath & Body Works or even Lego are going to acknowledge something like Pride is to have Pride merchandise. Because, I'm not sure what they would do if there wasn't merchandise. And by the way, have you seen that Lego set? Everyone is Awesome, I think is the actual name of it. It doesn't come out until June 1st, otherwise, believe me, if I could have gotten it, it'd have been in this video. But it's got like a dozen figures there, it's got a whole rainbow stand for it. It looks really cute. I think it's gonna be like $35. But I definitely will be there. We'll be seeing that in a future video, to be sure. But yeah, it looks really cute. But this is what we're looking at today. It's the Rainbow Collection pin, and we did buy one other pin, and that is the Star Wars one. Now, I kind of like this one because it didn't just say the word Star Wars and Rainbow like the Marvel one did, which is why I didn't get the Marvel one. But I noticed on the website, it looked really awful. It didn't, like, so I don't know if you can see it here or not, but basically what you have is the various logos from Star Wars. You have, the Empire and the Rebellion, and you got, stuff I think symbolizing Mandalorian on there. But I guess you can't see it very well. And even on the picture on the website, on the Shop Disney site, like, parts of those symbols are just clearly not visible. And that's because it did something very, very weird with this. It is also $12.99. It's double back because it is so wide, it would spin very easily. But the weird thing they've done is the pin is see-through. Yeah, the reason you can't see is because you need to have light. But I think you see a little better there. Let's get some light on it. They've made the pin see-through. Now, how is that supposed to actually work in practice? See, you can see the symbols really, really clearly now. Well, I have a better light for that. Hold on. There we go. Now you can see it really well. I think that looks really cool, but I don't quite get what they're playing at here. I mean, unless you have, like, backlit clothing, that's not going to ever look its best. I'm not quite sure what the idea behind this was. I think it's a nice pin. I like the, all the logos. I like the colors. I think it's, of the rainbow pins this year, it's probably the other really nice one aside from Mickey and Friends here. I just don't understand what they were getting at by making it see-through, because your clothes, I mean, I have never seen light-up clothes. I suppose if you have clothes, I suppose you could. I mean, you could impregnate LEDs into your clothing, but that seems like a lot of work just to have one pin look cool. But it does look cool. I do like it. It's just, it's a little weird that you've made a thing that only comes out to its best effectiveness if you have it in a place that probably doesn't really accommodate pins very well. But still, it's nice. It's the other rainbow pin I got this year. And yeah, that's it. Not a lot this week, because I kind of wanted to stay with the rainbow theme. Here we go. So with that in mind, I guess we'll wrap up with what got me through this week. And this week, I'm going to give it to the second series of Netflix's Love, Death, and Robots. They have another 8 episodes out. They came out last week. And while I'm going to say there isn't anything in there as good as the best episode from Season 1, or I guess Collection 1, they're collections, not seasons, I don't think there's anything as bad as the worst one either. So if you're not familiar, Love, Death, and Robots is an animation anthology series centering around, surprisingly, the ideas of love, death, and robots. Not every episode has all 3 in it. Some just have love and death. Some have death and robots. Some have love and robots. Some may just have one. I mean, death is fairly omnipresent, but my favorite episode in the first season was called 3 Robots. It basically followed 3 robots visiting as tourists post-apocalyptic Earth, which was my favorite of the first season. I would watch a series about those 3 robots. And the new season doesn't have anything quite that good, but it does have a lot of good stuff, including a Christmas episode, which is, I think, particularly effective, and also I think the shortest in the series, like maybe 5 minutes. None of the episodes are terribly long. I think the longest ones are maybe a half an hour, if that much. But you have lots of different animation styles. You have like hyper-realistic, kind of cyberpunky looking things. You have almost Pixar-looking stuff. You have that very kind of halting into the Spider-Verse kind of animation style. And you have some two-dimensional animation. And overall, it's a fun series. It's definitely for adults. You have swearing, you have lots of violence, you have nudity. I don't think so much nudity in the second season, but definitely in the first season. But yeah, that's what got me through this week. If you haven't watched it yet, or if you haven't watched it at all and you have Netflix, go check out both seasons of Love, Death, and Robots. You could probably get through all 16 episodes in the length of time to watch a full feature-length movie. certainly the time it would take to watch like a Lord of the Rings movie. But that's going to wrap it up this week. Real short Rainbow Collection. Next week, I think we will just take a break from Disney. I have some stuff that's not Disney at all, so we'll see how that comes out. But until then, or until tomorrow when I'll do something probably Disney again, I want to thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed this. I hope you found it all interesting or entertaining. And if you did, please give it a like and subscribe to the channel. We're closing on 300 subscribers. Yes, that's a big deal to me. It's like nothing to a lot of people, but it's a big deal to me. So thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next video.